Remember, he pushed Kyle Busch to the win here last year. Kyle Busch was in the truck he's driving. Oh, there they go.
Talladega. Hornaday goes around. The rain cart to Kane. Almost upside down, and he does go on his foot as Ron Hornaday.
There just wasn't any way.
Hornaday rolls again in turn number 1.
You said it, Michael. Looked like the Todd got pushed by the 95 of Grant Enfinger, and it turned him into the truck on the inside of him. And then you see Ron Hornaday going upside down.
Grant was just doing what he saw there. Ooh, wow, look at that hit late by.
White flag.
White flag is out. 2.6 miles to go. Oh, trouble, the big one on the dinger, on his lid. Side over side, end over end.
Kevin Harvick's going to win this race.
Actually ended this race.
Hey, Jimmy Johnson got out of shape first there, but saves it. And right behind him, everybody starts getting together. Looks like Tony Stewart forces Allmendinger upside down.
Boy, and that, thank goodness, the safer barriers on that inside wall.
Yeah, and we've seen in past that when something happens behind the leaders that NASCAR has let these guys
stretch. It is the 18 of Kyle Busch. He has never won here in 7 prior starts. Look out! A spin, Mike Wallace, and he's up and over. Wallace gets back on all fours. The 38 of Leffler is also involved. The race is going to end under caution.
See a lot of people with run. You can see Mike Wallace having a big run here, getting a push from Elliott Sadler. That's where it's all going to start, as he tried to make a move.
Boy, and then he gets airborne.
The caution does not come out right away here. It goes just a little bit longer before it does come out.
Yeah, the 18 was in front at that moment.
Carl Edwards gets spun in that altercation.
This older style car, like the Argus Series still runs, we didn't do it when we raced them. I mean, this is something that just has caught on in the last couple of years. So,
upside down, over and over, the 83 of Mike Afrano. A big wreck coming out of turn number 4. Into the grass he goes. Another car sliding by.
That's James Hilton in the 48 car.
Rolling numerous times, the 83 of Mike Afrano.
He may get a little contact from behind. He gets a little contact from behind. Is that Zach Ralston behind him and just turns him in towards the outside wall? You see the tire carcass flying out. Let's watch that engine there. You see the
slam down to the ground.
Now the engine's already pretty much loose. There's the spring sliding out around the racetrack.
There's that fire we talk about, but it was immediately extinguished.
This is Zach Ralston tonight. He lifts the back end of that car up, turns it into the outside wall. He already starts tumbling about the time and hit that outside wall.
It looked like the two guys in front of him there, we were talking about real estate earlier, got a little bit too close, and you know, he may have lifted ever so slightly. When you do that, the guy hits you from behind. Obviously, once the rear tires are off the ground, you're not any movement on that wheel is going to turn you that direction, and unfortunately turned him head on into the outside wall, and over he went.
And remember, it's the landings that are violent.
Yeah, flying through the air, I do that.
Yeah.
It's
wow. Look how high that tire got up above the car.
He's probably glad this is one ride in his life that's over. I mean, you know, when it's all said and done, you don't see many like that anymore, and that was really safe. We're gonna take
Michael Waltrip in the 55 into the picture, pushed by Casey Mears. Kenseth with Harvick behind him. Oh, there's contact. Stewart into the middle of the pack and over.
Fortune's out.
And a huge wreck to end this race. Matt Kenseth is going to get to the finish line first. There's Stewart with Matt Kenseth. And you see clearly Kenseth out in front as the caution light turns to yellow. Stewart in the 14.
You can see Tony just a little bit late in making that move to get back down. Harvick and Kenseth on the outside had a run, so they were literally going to go by him on both sides.
Watch the two. The championship leader somehow avoided getting really torn up in that.
See, it looked like Martin Truex was going to get through there. Bobby Labonte caught him right at the end.
They waited all day to do it, but it was big when it happened.
Yes, sir.
See Michael Waltrip just barely catching the left rear quarter panel of Kevin Harvick. Get him involved. Stewart's car upside down on top of Casey Kane's number 5.
Down here, Greg Biff and Kyle Busch, both of them kind of describing amongst the laugh and probably a big sigh as well.
Here comes that 98 and the 88 tandem in the middle of the track. Johnny Sauter, he won at Daytona earlier this year. Can he do it again? They wreck behind him. They're rolling behind him. Now the 88 spins. Thor Sport is going to win. It's going to be Johnny Sauter that will get the win, but they wreck behind him.
Matt Crafton has not got to the start-finish line yet.
And they're still wrecking. Crafton does slide by the start-finish line. The 32 of Miguel Paludo was upside down. It's on fire now.
Somebody hit Kyle Busch really hard late in that crash. Just as they crossed the start-finish line, the front of his truck is tore off.
Matt Crafton, let's take another look.
That's Jeb in the black truck.
Being pushed by Miguel Paludo. He got pushed sideways into Kyle Busch.
That sends Busch sideways. Dakota Armstrong in the 60 was able to stay clear up high.
Watch Paludo flip over when Kyle gets on the right rear of his truck.
See David Starr go by.
Kyle
Chris Fontaine going by. Justin Lofton, the 6 truck. There's Clay Greenfield in the 68. John West.
Oh, there they go. There we go. There was no way.
Oh, it's Kurt Busch up and over. Boyer's in it. Bobby Labonte's in it. Stremmy's in it. Jeff Gordon down to the ground.
Nothing else coming from behind you.
And Kurt Busch went over and over. Here, the 51 car, Owen Stenhouse squeezes to the outside.
And that's Yaley in the 36.
And that shoved Yaley down. And look at that 78 car upside down and then lands on top of Ryan Newman's 39 car.
Bobby Labonte involved.
So it was Stenhouse, the rookie, trying to go 4 wide on the outside, running out of room with his number 17.
Yeah, and running out of time. I mean, he's, you know, desperate. And you see the 36 move down just a little bit. And Yaley and Stenhouse thought he could squeeze by on the next to the wall, and he just couldn't make it. And this kid's ugly. Watch his thing.
Right on top of Ryan Newman.
Hadn't Ryan Newman had cars on top of him before here?
I think the 2009 race.
I think you're right.
Brad Keselowski and Carl Edwards coming to the checkered flag.
Boyer's 15 comes up, clogs the track. Both Labonte brothers involved. Stremme,
Jamie
number of those
McMurray.
smaller teams on the way to a good finish here.
It's going to be, I think, 2 tires on this stop. This car just loose early on in this race, but they did settle down much better.
Straight away. A big hit, and Jimmy Johnson goes spinning.
down.
Busher. Oh, man.
Chris Buescher on his lid and lands back on his wheels. Caution.
Oh, man, we saw 4 wide off the corner over there. I was afraid of this.
Comes up, just brushes Austin Dillon.
Turns him into the 35.
And Dillon gets into Gilliland. Joey Logano turned the 48. And Buescher goes for a big tumble.
I didn't think that thing was going to stop rolling there for a second, DW.
Goodness.
Oh boy, Stanley Steamer.
Whoa, there's...
And around she goes into Kenseth.
Oh, gosh.
Up in the air and into the wall hard.
Man, Kenseth.
Man, I thought he was going to catch the catch fence back there. The way it landed was...
I am not believing that.
He's fine. Boy, you got the window net down right away out of frustration. The 4 car, Harvick.
The 5th car back.
I think somebody makes contact with... McDowell got her in the left rear.
Yep.
Yeah. And that
no, she hit him in the right front. And when that happened, just got air underneath the car.
Is anybody left in this race?
Let's watch from the Goodyear aerial coverage, and you'll see several things happen here as Kenseth's car comes back down to earth.
I can tell you, a lot of teams are going to be freezing those shots to look underneath this car when they leave here.
No, I saw that.
It's not often you get to see what's underneath them.
Right behind the red 21, there's the 3 of them. Whoosh.
you realize how powerful the wind is in that situation. To be able to take a car of this weight, what's 3,400 pounds around approximately.
Here on that car, he said, I think we're going to have a fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
There he goes. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside
down.
On the side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
Yes, it was, and that's there he is upside down, and I hope he's all right. I see him moving around in there. I don't think there's any issue with him.
Down at Daytona one time and slid on my roof just like that, sparks flying, and I was just hoping at the last second it was going to roll back over so I could get out. But AJ's didn't do that. He was stuck upside down. Not a comforting feeling. That oil tank is right behind you. It's very possible for oil to start leaking out. You want to get out of there as fast as you can.
Looks like there were only about a dozen cars who had a chance to evade to the inside and not get any damage.
Look at McMurray. He has a big run down.
Oh, we got one spinning.
And it's McMurray.
Got it. Reckon.
Man, that thing is flipping, rolling.
That car
is
junk.
You got that right.
Well,
I just hope he's
for a ride right
he
there.
had been incredibly fast. He got a huge runoff turn 2, caught a pack of cars, made a quick move.
Stayed intact.
Watch this car now. It's gonna turn all by itself right there.
Oh, the left rear. The left rear tire.
Yep. Right over the top of Newman's car.
Yeah. Newman and Ty Dillon both with a good bit of damage.
And Mike, the two fastest cars, the 1 and the 13, were both involved in that accident.
That's right.
Away, here they come. Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece. Logano on the outside.
Oh,
and Byron's around. He crashes. Caution is out.
Heavy impact to the inside wall by the 42 of Larson.
Man.
Kyle Larson, Jeffrey Earnhardt with heavy damage, and William Byron.
Away. Oh, yeah, you can just see, it looks like the 38 goes up the racetrack, makes contact with the 24 Byron. And that sends Jeffrey Earnhardt and Kyle Larson. Look at the air get under the right rear of the 42.
Wow.
Heavy contact with that right front. Left front.
That safer barrier was there. Thank goodness for that. But watch this thing. Once it starts flipping, it's like a feather. It just won't stop.
Control the car maybe with the front, got into the side of the 24 of Byron, started all this mess and sent the 42 of Larson into that inside wall and flipping.
Here comes the inside lane. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. back to the front. Another hood flap flies off. Oh, around goes the 18. The 42 collects the 17 as well. The 62 upside down. Brendan Gaughan upside down as he went back in front of the pack.
We're wrecked here, guys.
And the big one happens right at the front of the field.
Kurt pushing Kyle. And just hooked him. And look at Brendan Gaughan. Just flipped right over. It's like the nose of that Chevrolet just can't quite push him straight. It just can't do it.
Yeah, the 17 goes up to side draft. I don't think that affects the 18. It's the one just pushing his brother. It peels the 18 off to the right. It looks a lot like the 24 accident. Look at the 62, a full flip back on its wheels, thank goodness. Instantly stopped the flipping, put the car back in position. But a huge accident. Oh, this shot right here.
Yeah.
Coming right at you. Look at this 62. It looks like a toy car. It doesn't look real.
3,400 pounds. Remember that. These things are almost 2 tons.
Well, you know, we take off.
He did. He went backwards because he chose the. Oh, he's wrecking. Joey Logano. And Logano.
And Keselowski
is in it.
Boy, it's just scary. Anytime that air gets underneath that car, gets it airborne like that. Thankful to see that car get back on 4 wheels. And
yeah, but look at the 11. He moves down to try to go on the bottom, gets turns him into the Joey Logano. And then, Jeff, we've all felt it. that silence. When that car goes over, it gets really, really quiet. Not a fun sound.
And you have no idea if that car is just going to start rolling and continuing to roll, or if it's going to settle down. Luckily, that's what it did.
You see the 11 get in Joey, and a huge push right here as he gets to the bumper of Blaney. That's when it starts accordion. And it looks like finally Denny had enough, was going to try to move to the bottom, and just got turned around, turned right into Joey Logano. And away he went.
I tell you what, Clint, and you see a little bit of damage to the tube.
Right along.
This doesn't even seem real to me. This is like a video game.
Oh, it's real to Bubba. Woo! Real close. Look out.
Wow. Ricochets off that rear window.